Welcome back to another exciting episode. My name is Josh Kelly, and this is ISVs on Tap. Joining me today is Rubin Press with Xemelgo. Welcome, Rubin.
Nice to be here.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Looks like you're in a really comfortable spot right now. Rubin is the Chief Commercial Officer at Xemelgo, and we really appreciate you being on here, even though you are in a really cool locale right now, which I'm not going to hate on you too much. But Rubin, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. But can you just give us an intro to you and how you ended up at Xemelgo?
Yeah, well, I've been in the auto ID or data collection industry for the last 30 plus years. I'm trying to not get too large with that number, but I've been. It's all about for me been about finding a value add and then presenting that to customers and really impacting business. And I started with barcodes, and today we're doing a lot more on the software side and utilizing different sensor-based technologies, predominantly RFID. So we're finding some great wins that are really, again, impacting businesses and allowing them to have higher visibility into their operations.
Yeah, awesome. And Xemelgo, the software platform that we're talking about today, can you give us a brief description, and then I'll ask you a couple follow-ups.
Yeah, excellent. Xemelgo is a real it's an amazing tool. I mean, it really allows businesses to, again, have that higher visibility. So we're a SaaS solution. So we sit in the cloud, which gives us tremendous scalability. We can grow with the largest organizations on the globe. And we're doing that today, leveraging, again, sensor-based technology. So our software really goes out in the edges of operations and helps other traditional systems like ERP, MES, WMS systems. We allow them to reach the front lines of operations through leveraging sensor-based technologies like RFID readers or machine vision or BLE type of beacons. And we grab that data, we then filter that information and then populate it and present it in a way that business leaders can absorb it in a way to understand how the business is truly operating in real time and allow them to make decisions and changes in real time so that they're not getting caught behind and they're not slowing up production or delivery, and they're able to take care of their customers.
Right on. So the focus here for you guys is in the manufacturing space, correct?
I mean, that's where we cut our teeth, and that's where we started in manufacturing, absolutely. But from there, we've grown ourselves into the supply chain and logistics, warehousing, distribution. We're into retail stores. We're in health and life sciences. The thing here, Josh, is that our software is really versatile. We're a modular solution, which allows companies to just use, let's say, inventory control or inventory tracking. Maybe they want to track their assets. Maybe they want to track the work in progress. Maybe it's shipment verification of orders, which is a real hot one these days. Making sure the right products are going out to the right clients and being able to verify that, leveraging technology, but also using the application layer that Xemelgo brings to the table.
Right on. Okay, so this application layer that you're talking about, are we talking about a dashboard that you would then plug in so you can track the inventory or track whatever is being produced? And can you touch upon that a little bit?
Absolutely. So our dashboard is actually configurable. Our whole system is configurable. And that's what really makes us unique, is that there's not customization needed, but each business runs their operations a certain way. And we don't want them to have to change the way they run their business to adapt to our software. No, we want to make sure our software adapts to their environment. So it's a configurable solution, and it was designed with that intent at the beginning, allowing businesses to configure these systems to have alerting when stuff is running slow, running behind. Allow them to have alerts on whether they're running low on stock. And really allowing them to do their job without having to worry about other things that generally is done in a manual way in the past. Now it's all automated, again, using the application.
It's funny that you mentioned that. This has come up a couple times in the last week or two, and when we talk about these tools, these software platforms, AI, whatever it is, a lot of times we get scared. People get scared about reduction of force or enforce or other things that would eliminate jobs. And I would actually make an argument against this. I would actually say the people that are going to work are going to continue to work, one. And two, a tool like Xemelgo is going to make the people that you want to retain, you push them into different roles and responsibilities that might be higher.
Yeah. They're going to get more efficient. They're going to get more efficient.
Correct.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, Ruben, what you're telling me here is we're talking about an operational efficiency, either from an inventory control standpoint or manufacturing standpoint. So can you provide any data points on what kind of an increase that you would see generally or on average?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing, so some examples are, companies that we work with and we've deployed with is, have impacted the business tremendously. One example is inventory of raw materials on the floor. If you don't really know what's going on the floor in real time, you're not sure how much raw materials you need to keep feeding those lines, to keep those machines running, to have that product produced to meet your timelines for your clients. And by having the visibility on the floor, it truly provides that understanding of what's happening, so you know when to reorder and replenish those products. So we actually took one company. Once our software was deployed, it actually dropped their inventory levels 85% of what they had on the floor. And we're talking, over millions of dollars that were savings that they didn't have to keep on the floor just in case they were going to run behind. They weren't sure, so it was a just in case. It was protecting them. Well, now that you truly understand what's going on there, you can have just real-time inventory, and you can then adjust it that way. The other thing too is their build process was taking them approximately 7 days from start to finish to build a product. They were able to bring that down to 1 day. So, I mean, you can imagine how that's impacting operations and overall savings within that organization.
That's incredible. So you take a normal manufacturing process from 7 days to 1 day, and you reduce their inventory levels by the millions. It sounds like raw
Yep.
materials, right?
Yep.
That is insane.
And that's just one example. I mean, we had one company that was having runners run on the floor. They had multiple, like 6 or 7 runners, to find out where the jobs were at in the process and to make sure there weren't any bottlenecks. With RFID or sensor-based technologies, you now have a solution that does it in real time, hands-free, automated process, so that the individuals running around, that's not a good use of their time. They have other things they can do that's much more productive. So imagine those 6 resources now being able to do other things, and how that's going to impact the business while we take care of what's going on the floor in real time.
It's a twofold, right? It really is. To your point, the amount of time wasted walking back and forth or running, whatever the case is, I would be walking. Uh, you remove that inefficiency. You put them on a different task. You assign one person for the dashboard, an analyst of some sort for the dashboard,
Yeah.
and then the other 5 people are doing other tasks that are more revenue generating or
Right.
that affect the bottom line, right?
And again, the software, you talk about dashboards again, ours is configurable. So depending on the user, they can configure their dashboard any way, the information they need to see. So it's not like one dashboard that everybody's got to look at. No, you can configure that to really provide that individual the information that they need to see, and not somebody else that's looking for some other information. Also, integration of AI. AI is obviously the key term that everybody's been, talking about. And we're absolutely integrating AI into our solution, allowing people to truly understand the trend analysis of what's happening on the floor, whether it's in a hospital, whether it's in a retail store, whether it's in a manufacturing facility, or logistical environments like your DCs. Providing that information is just key to organizations today. And we're at a point now where you need this information to really compete in this environment.
And predict what you're going to need in the future without overage.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Very good. All right. I think that's about as succinct as one could get, Ruben. Nicely done for what it's worth. So I know we've talked multiple times, but not everybody has with you. So from a reseller standpoint, Ruben, who are you looking to partner with? Is there an ideal fit for you guys?
Yeah, I think that partners that want to work with us and allow us to sell with them and embrace the services we can bring to the table from a software perspective. In other words, we don't want to just, hey, you can resell our software and good luck and send us some POs. No, we want to work with you. We want to get on the phone with you, speak to your clients, identify the challenges they're having, and then come up with the value proposition that can support their operations. So work very closely with them. We're 100% partner organization, so we only sell through our partners, and our partners participate. The sales are done on their paper to their clients. We're there as a resource to support them, and again, provide that application layer that's going to really impact their business operations.
Fantastic. And you're actually a good partner with BlueStar as well, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I know we have Xemelgo skewed up, so you can always buy Xemelgo through BlueStar. And I know this is anecdotal, and you guys don't. Some of you may not realize this. Rubin's a great human to hang around with and have a beverage. So with that said, thanks again for being on here. And I know I'm going to rib Rubin a little bit. This isn't tequila on tap, guys. This is ISV on tap. So I do want to point that out. So today's beer is brought to you by. I asked Rubin kind of what he was looking for. So here we go. We got Peronis. It's like
There we go.
this is a good Italian lager, I guess. And really, this is the real payoff moment, because I want to see what happens. Because Rubin, I want you to drink some of this beer with me, and
Okay.
see if we
Here
can
we
go
go.
viral, man. Let's see if we can go viral. That's good. That's tasty. Cheers.
Excellent.
This is so. If you've never had it, Peroni's is an Italian beer. It's a lager style, so it's real light. It almost tastes to me like a Heineken. It's like a Heineken-esque type of beer. I don't know if it's because it's the beer itself or it's because of the green bottle. But how long have you been drinking this, Rubin? Is this your?
I've been drinking it for a few years, and I have zero Italian than me. I got more Irish than Italian than me, so I like Guinness, but when I want something a little lighter, I go Peroni, and it's a good taste. It's really refreshing.
You picked a good one. Yeah, you gave me a choice between Guinness and Peroni, I should say, and I chose the Peroni because here in Hebron it's like 90,000 degrees, and I wasn't about to power through a stout today. I don't know if that would have been.
Guinness is surprisingly light, though. It's really not a very heavy beer.
100% correct. I agree with that statement wholeheartedly. So excellent. All right, guys, listen, Rubin, cheers. If you want to get a hold of Rubin, feel free to reach out to me here at BlueStar. Feel free to reach out to Rubin. We do like to partner with Rubin on various things, and Xemelgo, I should say Rubin. With Xemelgo, we've invited him to multiple BlueStar events. He's been a tremendous partner for us. We really enjoy working with Rubin. So thanks again, and cheers.